what up? It's your boy Wiz Khalifa, man.
This is Misha the George.
Your boy Christo.
Trap Lake.
Man, it's your boy Tay Comans.
Yeah, send him 2 Flack.
It's your boy Chevy Woods from the Taylor Gang.
It's Chew Jackson.
That's your boy Ludi Boy.
Girl, Renee on the way.
It's your boy DJ Girl Quit Playing With. And now you can get it with the Burgh Boys.
What's good with you,
So,
brother?
I'm chilling, man. What's up, man? You know, I come to hang out. This ain't an interview. I come to hang out.
Yeah, man. It's the Tuesday night chill spot. That's what we do. We come, we hang
food
out.
and liquor and yeah.
Shout out to Chef Steve again.
Yeah, shout out to Chef Steve. Shout out to the Voodoo Brewery.
Yo, it's actually really good. I don't even drink beer, but I was like
Billy
really
can't
good.
say that word right, huh?
Yeah, bro, I can't.
It's the problem.
That B and that R, bro. I don't like that.
Burr.
Yeah. I like Burr, but not Brr. Yeah, that joint crazy.
All right, even though you're here to chill, I do want to ask about your mixtape.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Exactly what they want.
Yeah.
So, the last time we actually talked, you were saying, you know, you had to wait to release some things. I'm kind of glad you just bust out and did your own thing. It's definitely what you wanted to say.
Yeah, and that's why I named the tape Exactly What They Want. You know what I mean? Because people was asking me for music, and if anybody knows, this year, you know, I only put out 1 record. And that's because I was working on an album, and you know, with an album, it's difficult and it's easy. You know what I mean? You know, you got all the music, but at the same time, you don't know how to place the songs.
Right.
Or then when you place the songs together, you don't feel comfortable with, you know, how it's like playing out toward the end. So we went back in the lab and like we're doing it over. So sometimes you just gotta scratch the first project that you think and it is, and then go with the second.
Right.
Damn, gems.
Right.
Bro.
We gonna get into the album. So how did you like, what was your process of putting Exactly What They Want together? Was it a little bit easier for you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I came back home for a while. I stayed for like a month and a half, and I recorded that, you know, at Addy Labs, like the whole thing. You know what I mean? And me and Big Germ put it together. I wasn't even like calling nobody to the studio or nothing like that. I was just going to the studio, you know, whenever I felt like it, and recording the music, and then once I start thinking of skits from movies and stuff like that, it's gone. Then I just glue it all together.
That's lit.
Yeah.
That's lit.
This is just a chill session.
Oh, I'm chilling. Chilling,
You know
smoking, drinking a brewery.
I want all the questions.
I want
Whatever
to
you
know.
want to ask me right now,
Spillz.
you gotta ask me.
Y'all in these words.
'Cause people ain't heard me talk in a minute. You know what I mean? I ain't
without a
got no like fresh interviews out and shit right now. So
Yeah, I personally wanted to ask you, what was Thrival like? Did you come out on stage at Thrival?
yeah, that was dope. You know
Was
what I
it?
mean? For it to be where it was, you know what I mean? That was the cool part about it. You know, everybody had their coats on and shit like that, and it was still cold, and you know, Pittsburgh showed out. I like that. You know what I mean? They brought the energy, so it made it easy to be on stage.
Yeah, for sure. I was that was like the one thing that I wanted to know about, and then on the other thing I also was thinking about too is what's one of your favorite cities you've been to? As far as you've been able to travel the country, travel the world. What's one of your favorite cities, no matter where it is in the world? Where you really enjoy being?
I think I like Toronto because it's good food and it's good shoe stores.
Really?
You know what I mean? So
Okay.
like it's good like boutiques and stuff like that for clothes.
That's what's up.
The women are nice too.
Really?
You know what I mean? So
That's a plus.
It's always cool there. It's always a fun time, you know, and the fans always show love. So, you know, no matter where we at, for real. But Toronto is like my favorite place.
Who'd you get to play with in Toronto? Was it?
I went on tour with Wiz,
Uh-huh.
of course, Mac Miller before.
Okay.
We went on tour with Kendrick and Schoolboy and them before, you know, everything was popping off for everybody for real in a major way, you know what I mean? So we was on tour together. So, you know, we all went to Toronto, and I feel like it's not just me. I feel like I heard several rappers say that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could picture it. I've been there once, and just the culture of it, like
how long they hold you at the border?
Not long, sir.
When we go, they make
Not long, sir.
When we go, we are there for hours.
I bet, brother.
At least 3.
I bet.
Yeah.
Go, sir.
You know.
Hey, how you doing?
You know,
Welcome back.
Yeah.
They make you wait forever. They want to
Yep.
search every pocket of the bus and everything.
I bet.
Some people don't even have to go. Some people get turned around. So, yeah.
I had the fanny pack on. Yeah, no,
Damn.
I'm just kidding. I'm cutting up on myself. That's what we're doing.
Let's talk about this Madden beat. I know you play that Madden.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I
do.
want to talk to you about. what's the victim? What's that body count looking like? I know you play a lot of
online right now. I'm 25 and 12.
Big
I
man.
haven't been like really playing Madden online too much. I just been playing Madden online against like Snoop and Red Grant and my brother.
What's the body count? What's the? You ain't gonna say you gonna drop names? Who's victims? Who got crashed out?
I mean, everybody is a victim. You know what I mean? Like, I be beating everybody. And at the same time, you know, they be getting their wins in too. But, you know, I really like battle with my brother, you know what I mean? And the only reason is because we play football together and we know how each other think. So, in like the open field, when he break loose, I know what shake movie he's going to use and like all of that. You know what I mean? So, it's just like a thinking game with me and him.
That's funny as heck.
So, what about Snoop and Red Grant? You got their numbers or? How you favoring against them?
Me and Snoop is 2-2, and me and Red Grant is 2-1.
So you do this. This is what you do this man shit.
Yeah. I've been playing Madden for a long time.
Who you running with?
I'm running with, who did I run with? Tennessee. When I play people from Pittsburgh, I just give them the Steelers. Okay. Because they be like, you know, oh man, I don't want to play unless I got the Steelers. And I be like, yeah, I could play with anybody. So, you know what I mean? So I just give people the Steelers, but I run with Tennessee.
Now, do Snoop pick the Steelers when you play him? What's y'all?
Nah, he picks different teams. He picks everybody. He picks Jaguars. He picks the Cardinals. He picks whoever. You know what I mean? I guess it's just like as soon as you pick up the controller thing and whoever you playing, you just feel like putting them out on the field.
Oh, so you a matchup type guy. You let them pick first, then you match up.
Yeah, no, I don't even match up. I already know who I'm gonna pick too. You know what I mean? So I come into the game not worried about what the other person is doing.
We might have to get that on the Burgh Boys, man. We might have to see, man. We might have to let him play live with somebody and see what he about. Cause I don't know.
Let's do it.
Cause he talking crazy. He talking about. We'll see.
We'll see.
So I did have a question only because All Right has literally been the one single that we were able to play on radio.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting for a follow-up. And I do know, and I hear my PD said all the time as far as they had a hit, but they didn't have a follow-up. And I'm like, I'm trying not to bug you personally.
Right.
And say, send me something now.
Mm-hmm.
So because I don't know, I know you have things tied up with your album. So I'm going to say that on the air. Can you send me something?
Yeah,
so I can get to my PD?
I can send you a few of them, the few that we're going to, that's in the runnings for the follow-up, because we haven't, like, you know, said what it's exactly going to be to each other.
Right,
you know
and
I
I
mean?
do get that you don't.
And at the same time, I'm going in the studio and I'm making new shit. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's, you know, that gets in the way too sometimes. So we just got to sit down and just pick one. You know what I mean? I'm definitely going to follow up, but it's not going to be this year. It's going to be next year.
Yeah, I mean, why not come in fresh? True. I mean, All Right isn't done.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it still
I mean,
definitely gets placed in the
remix.
club.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a great topic to touch on too, because since we're talking about the album, you know, what exactly happened with the album? Was you comfortable personally with the album?
I wouldn't. I mean, other people being uncomfortable with it kind of like made me uncomfortable with it, because but that's just like getting a second listen to it. You know what I mean? Like if they take it home and they play it in whatever environments they're in, you know what I mean, and it doesn't work for them, you know what I mean? Of course they're going to come back and tell me about it, you know what I mean? So that right there played a big role in it. And just me listening to it again, like, you know, over and over and over again, I was like, yo, I feel like some songs are filler songs. And I heard Jay-Z say a long time ago that he don't look to make filler songs at all. He just want everyone to crack or do what it's going to do, you know what I mean? So that's what I want to do. I want to be comfortable with 1 through 12 or 1 through 13 or however many we put on there.
So just with your recording process, did you change that coming back the second time to record the album?
Yeah, somewhat. The first album was like, it had more melodies on it. You know what I mean? And now, not saying that some of those records aren't going to make the album, but it's just like in a full process, it just didn't fit. But those ones that I did before were just melodies, you know what I mean? And some of them were like rapping things. But this time, when we went back and visited, and I was in the studio with Wiz, and I guess, you know, he sat down and did his thought process with it too, and he told me, you know, we ain't going to do no melodies, let's do rapping. You know what I mean? Let's put out a rap album. You know what I mean? So that's what we putting together. And, like, he's being, you know, real helpful, and we sitting down and putting it together. I never really took the time to, like, take all the advice. You know what I'm saying? And, like, being in the studio now, knowing that, you know, that's what people expect of me. It's like a rap album. So now I'm just taking all the advice of like, what's a rap album? Listening to old rap albums that I really like and stuff like that. So yeah.
Speaking of that, today's Black Album's 14th year anniversary. Jay-Z.
Yeah, nice.
What's your favorite track off of that?
I didn't really listen to that.
Really?
Yeah, because it was at the time where I was like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what he's doing. He's saying he's leaving. I don't really understand where this album is going. So
Right.
I didn't even like listen to it. You know what I mean? And I'm a huge Jay-Z fan, but I was just like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
That's the one
That is
album
the
that I
least
was just
one
like,
honest.
I don't know.
The
Yeah.
only
You know what I mean?
one.
The only one.
I was a tweak for that album.
No,
too.
I held that album like near and dear to the point where I had graduation project. I made a Rockefeller magazine. It was based all about Jay-Z's retirement. Like I poured my heart out about what it was for the game and what he'd be leaving behind. But Kanye was actually just newly chained, and it was like a big deal. So I was a Kanye fan. It was like, all right, cool. So in my heart of hearts, at that point in time, the Black Album, I didn't believe it was going to be the last one.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why would it be? He's way too creative. You can't stop creativity. And it's just like, even when you be like, all right, I'm going to just do this for me, I'm going to do it for me, it's just like, why would you withhold that from people who actually appreciate your art?
Right.
That's true.
So it's just like, all right, well, I appreciated it.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it's that old right now. Just as crazy.
I know. That is the one
How many songs you think you got in the vault right now?
Yeah, that's a big question.
I don't even know the number. I know I don't know. I heard
You-
Chris Brown say he got 300 unreleased songs. I might got half of that.
But you got like features and stuff too. So
Yeah, I don't even, and that's the thing about me. You know what I mean? Like I can wait. You know what I mean? I'm good at waiting. So it's like for the situation with K Cam. You know what I mean? We always been talking about doing, work together. You know what I mean? And at that time, the record that came about, I was just like, you know what? This will sound good. And I started doing his melody while I was recording the song. And I was just like, you know what? Let me just send this to him, see if it work out. And we've been talking about it, and it just happened. So some things just happen. Like, people don't even know. Like, I got a song with Busta Rhymes from like 5 years ago. I never even
What are you
did
waiting
nothing with
for?
it. You know what I mean?
What are you waiting? No,
It's
but
crazy,
No,
you know
but
what
I
I'm
really
saying?
know. Excuse me. What are you waiting for?
I haven't put out an album.
Yeah.
This is my first album. Everything that I gotta load the clip up.
Yeah, it got to be the
I'm
the
just
best
And
of
if
the
you
best.
if I'm able to hold that for
But you
that
said
long,
5 years.
yes, it was
Yeah,
a long
that's-
time ago when he did it.
And you've done some great features too, like even, and I think they've all been tasteful too, like with some of the OGs in rap. Like you did Nature,
Yeah.
and you smashed that record. Do you go into features like, let's say, like the rap mentality, like yo, I gotta be the best on this song. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to smash this record.
Yeah, for sure. And I hate when I hear, well, not hate, I always tell my daughter not to use that word. I dislike when I hear the other artist's verse first. You know what I mean? I would rather not hear it. You know what I mean? I just want to go do me. Like, I don't even want my ear to catch anything that they're doing. You know what I mean? I don't want my melody to sound like, I don't want my wordplay to sound like that. So it's usually, I'm just trying to get the record just with the hook in it. You know what I mean? So I could just do my part and then send it back, and then they place it how they place it.
That's lit.
That's what's up.
Do you have any one song that you feel like really, like, did you just get like a crazy vibe off of that's going to be on your new album?
I got two of them. I got one with 24 Hours called Beat It Down, and I got one with Eric Bellinger. And it's like crazy. Wow. We shot the video already for one of them. Wow. And it's just, that's what I mean about like the melodies, you know what I mean? From being in the studio, with me, I could do as I please, you know what I mean, on the melodies. So even if it's using the machine or whatever for auto-tune and making your voice sound the way that you want to do it, you know what I mean? There's nothing against that. I don't have nothing against that. Or, I use that, you know what I mean, for some of my music. So it's like those two songs, when people hear it, they're going to be, especially girls, that's going to be their favorite song.
I mean, those are always your heavy hitters. Is that you always, like, that's a no-brainer. Like, that's the formula. Like, if you could, and that's the one thing that a lot of MCs do shy away from, I feel like, is trying to do just girl records or doing girl records because it kind of puts you in a box.
Right.
Because then you become known as the sex symbol.
Right.
And now the guys, if you do some ill shit, it's just like not taking it as seriously.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But them girl records will make you some money.
I already
Yeah.
know.
Because
Yeah.
the girls loyal.
Make you some babies too.
Well, there you have it. Babies as well.
We
But
gonna
no,
get some.
I always encourage girl records.
We
Yeah,
get some more of that cooking in the kitchen though.
Yeah, I got that too. You know what I mean?
That was
That's-
my joint.
I mean, I just feel like that type of rap right there is definitely the mixtape me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I feel like it's a stage performance me.
Mhm.
It's a mixtape me. There's an album me. You know what I mean? It's like it's
Yeah.
all different phases. So that's more like the mixtape me, and that's gonna always be there. That's why I dropped what I just dropped recently. You know what I mean? It's because I was just like, the people need to hear me rap. They don't need to hear me doing all these melodies right now. We can save
Yeah.
that and get back to it.
right.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate that.
Yeah, got you.
Like
Got
we
you.
can always have a Drake moment. We can always have a melody. One thing I want to do as is that you're like known on social media for cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Like you will definitely claim that you have the best this and the best
It
that.
ain't no claim. It's
I'm
there.
just saying everybody's
proof.
not able to taste it. So I
True.
mean, everybody, it looks great. It looks amazing. I will say that.
Thank you.
But everybody has different taste buds.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, have you ever considered, just demo dropping a cooking show or having a cookbook or going on? Do you have the opportunity to go on Martha and Snoop and really cook?
It was an opportunity, but the show was already being shot when I wasn't around. So it was like they was in a space where they was wrapping it up.
Got you.
And they had everything that they wanted to do, and I came last, hey, what's up? Let me get, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but with that, it's just, I mean, I learned from watching my grandma and my mom. You know what I mean? It's not. People always be like, yo, you need to put a cookbook together. You might be like, yo, it ain't no recipes, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not. My grandma didn't cook with recipes. Wasn't no measurements. Wasn't none of that. It was just from the soul. So it was just
Right, straight
that's
from the
how
heart.
it is. That's how I
I'ma
do it.
taste it
Yeah.
a little bit, and that's it.
That's the way I feel like, that's the way to do it. And with the cooking show, we got all that tied around the album. It's already shot. You know what I mean? So
That's lit.
we got 5 episodes, and we're going to be straight.
Well, that's awesome. Something
You
to
got
look
the
forward to.
the album, you got the cooking, you got the bowling.
Yeah.
We got some
you
vids.
just put out a video tonight, right?
Right.
Every night that was on exactly what they want.
And that's what I mean about waiting and pushing the button. It's cool to do that. You know what I mean? It's cool to figure shit out. I didn't believe in that at first. You know what I mean? And then once I start figuring it out, I was like, yeah, let me start putting stuff in place so that it makes sense and people aren't just like, oh, he's drowning us out with this, that, and the third. Sometimes you got to go missing for a little bit, then come back. And that means that I'm working
Really,
on
nigga?
stuff. Really, nigga?
Hey, Spillz is,
That was so funny.
Spillz is dropping bombs over there.
Yo, that was so cool right there. I'm telling my story, and he say, really, nigga?
I was gonna say too. A lot of times I see you in the morning too on Instagram story, waking your daughter up. A lot of people don't know you're a full-time father as well.
For sure.
Did that change you? Like being a full-time father, did that change you? Turned you into a better person? Let's not say better person, but
Right.
a different person than you are today than you was back in the day.
It did because she's a girl.
Bet.
You know what I mean? So it's just like you got to understand with teenage girls. She's a teenager now. You know what I mean? But with teenage girls going from their teens to whatever 25 or whatever, at some point they're going to do whatever the fuck they want to do. You know what I mean? No matter what your mom, dad, whoever says, whatever, you can listen all you want. You know what I mean? But you're going to do what you want to do. So me having that in hindsight, I know, you know what I mean, what's in the world. You know what I mean? So I just try to keep her close, and it's not about me trying to prevent her from doing what she wants to do. It's me just trying to coach her, to like be about yourself. Like, don't think that somebody in the classroom is joking around so you could start joking around, or, you know what I mean? That's how grades slip, and you don't know why, but it's because you playing around. You're just doing the same thing that these people are doing. So I'm just like trying to instill in her to just be yourself. Do what you want to do. I know it's going to be boys and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I'm cool with that. We just gonna do it in the right manner. We ain't gonna just be like, yo, I got a boyfriend and I'll never meet him or nothing like that. Like, you know what I mean? We already had a situation. She had a boyfriend. I said, all right, cool, we going to dinner. You know what I'm saying? Let's sit down.
No, that's
let's
lit.
have a conversation. bring your mom, like all of that. So you know that's how it is.
At least it wasn't like Bad Boys. Remember Bad Boys?
I know he pulled the strap out.
Yeah, Bad Boys. Yeah, answer the door like
I
that.
ain't into all that. I'm trying to, these kids got dads and everything. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody running down on my door. Hey man, you know what I mean? That was my son. You said that too.
No, respect. No, real shit. No, real shit. But yeah, that's what I want to ask you, man. But you doing a good job, man. Like I watch it and I see it, and I know you. I know you strict. You strict. I definitely watch you strict. One story I was watching that hate. You said hate. So you was like, what you say, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't play that.
Like down to the, cause the way you talk and your mannerisms, it shows how you was brought up, and you trying to show like respect yourself.
Right,
like,
for sure.
Like I said, I watch it because I got a son too, so I'm taking my tips, and I appreciate that.
That's good, man. I appreciate it.
I just crack up because it's so hilarious because she gets so irritated and annoyed.
Yeah,
it's hilarious because she is a teenager, so it's like, yep, that's pretty much how that happens. Dad, get out my room.
Exactly.
Get out of here.
And that's just and me messing with her. Like, what you mean? Like, you know what I mean? That's just me doing that and understanding that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? On the inside, she really means get out my room. You know what I mean? But she gonna say it in a laughing manner. You know what I mean? But I understand. You want your space. You got your phone. You got your TV. You be talking to your friends. You know what I mean? You ain't daddy's little girl no more.
Right.
Yeah. You come in 9, 8, and 7 in the morning with the bullshit.
Even deep down inside, she is saying, "Get out my room." She actually kind of likes it.
Right.
Like, because there's always that thing.
You don't want your dad in your room. Huh?
You don't want your dad in your room, but it's cool whenever your dad wants to come in your room, and it's just like, okay, dad, get out.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Get
Enough
out.
now type shit. But
so I mean, it's respected and it's appreciated, and I wish there was more guys out here doing that and understanding what
taking
it
my
is.
Notes, like I'm taking my notes.
Those things
definitely
are very, very
kids,
important.
Man. Shit, I don't know whose mic that was.
Y'all spiked up.
I don't know whose mic that was.
That was you, hot boy.
One of y'all alien.
Them Versace glasses.
I know.
I don't know what happened. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a quick break. Spillz, take us away, G.
What time is it, man?
It's the time of the day.
What time is it though?
It's Kush time with Flack.
Oh man,
It's Kush time with Flack.
But what I'm
Sir
doing?
Flackwood, always rolling up.
Backwood.
Oh yeah,
Sir Flackwood always rolling up
Backwood. You know. Thank you for the round of applause, man. My backwoods road, it ain't quite lit yet.
A stanky one.
But my guest is smoking, so I guess he's ready.
Back.
So you better cut that music, cause he's smoking without me.
Okay.
So
What you doing today?
today I'm just sitting here.
That's me.
No, who got today.
My man. Yo.
So today I'm sitting here smoking my Chevy Woods, and before you say anything, it's another Taylor Gang representative. So y'all know how that went before. I'm smoking my backwood.
Ugh.
He's smoking the raw paper. So what you think about that?
Yes and no. That's the difference between
I respect that.
For me, that's the difference between the two.
So
to
yes,
each his own though.
Yeah. No, respect. But these backwoods, they taste different than them papers. You know, them papers, they let you taste all the weed, but there's something in this backwood I need to taste. So what
is it?
I don't know. I think it's the.
Do you
backwood.
have something?
Nicotine.
Do you have something in particular against Fonto leaf? Because I've been seeing you like stretching out big Fonto leaves. Like, what the fuck is this
I don't
shit?
Do-rags.
Yeah, it's like all of that. Like when I look at my bag of weed and then I look at that, I don't want that around my weed. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to roll it up in that. You know what I mean? I mean, I know it's some people like them because they burn long and they taste good, but they don't give off the flavor. I mean, give off the little throat hit like a backwood. It's smoother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I never tried it, but it's just I could. You know, people that try it once they go start fucking with them, they just fuck with them.
This is an epic question, but you did at one time smoke blunts. When you smoked blunts, what was your blunt of choice?
Swisher Sweet.
Swisher Sweet.
Okay.
So
yeah, we used to buy the 25 pack, the little maroon 25 pack.
Absolutely.
We used to smoke Swishers.
So when did you convert the papers, and why did you convert the papers? I should ask.
It wasn't even like nothing bad about blunts that made me do it. You know what I'm saying? That's the funny part. Like, We was smoking blunts. Wiz went to New Orleans and I'm gonna tell the truth, he went to New Orleans for a month or a month and a half and something like that. And Spitter put him on papers, and he came back and he put the gang on papers, and we kept it that way ever since. It was like our thing, you know what I mean? So instead of smoking blunts, there are people that do smoke blunts that be around us, but
Sosa man.
Yes, especially Sosa.
So he smoked. So he didn't convert that's one person in the gang that didn't convert the papers.
Yeah, he smoked Flatwoods.
So what do y'all feel about that? Y'all just say get away from me, or you could just face your blunt.
He could face his blunt at sometimes around us, but sometimes it just can't be in the area because the room might be too small.
Do y'all incorporate him in the papers, or do y'all pass around them?
No, he hits papers too. But the only thing about it is, when you smoking papers, it's so clean and it's so like good of a hit that once somebody that smoked blunts hits it like 4 times, they don't want to hit it no more.
Right. So the papers, basically the papers are stronger.
That's semi true.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is when, like, just say a blunt smoker, you give it to, and they're like, you like, here, hit the joint, you know what I mean? They hit it a couple of times, and when it come around, it could either be maybe I'm just thinking like that, or it could either be they just don't like it at all, you know what I mean? But they never want it back. I'm be like, yo, man, you don't want to hit it again? And be like, no, I'm chill, man.
After you come from smoking blunts, I feel as though I will say this on record that smoking joints, you get more THC. It's stronger.
True. Right. That's it.
It's gonna put you to sleep quicker.
For sure. It's a pure hit.
It's a pure hit. So the thing about smoking blunts or backwoods or whatever is the tobacco, and if people can do without that shit, which sometimes I can't.
Yeah.
Because I don't smoke.
But that's what papers are. With no tobacco.
So
exactly.
Right.
That's the conversion right there. Like once you start not wanting that nicotine taste.
It's like stop smoking cigarettes. Almost.
Right, almost for sure.
So I had Lodi Light on here last week. We were talking about the dabs. How you feel about the dabs?
Nope.
No dabs for you?
I don't do them.
So is it because it's too much, or you just like your flowers?
I just don't like to be, like, when I inhale that shit, I don't like to be coughing the way I cough. Like, I feel like I get dizzy and shit like that. Like, I don't, like, I'm if I hit it hard than I think I want to, I fuck around and pass out, you know what I mean? So I just be trying to take it light. Like, you know how people be like, clear it. No, motherfucker.
No, I don't.
You clear it, bitch.
Yeah, right,
like, I'm coughing. Like, here, you take hit the rest of it. Like, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I can't really, like, smoke that shit.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So do you prefer to roll one, or you prefer to stuff a cone?
I prefer to roll, man, without a grinder too.
That's been the overall answer. So
that crawl.
So why not the cones? What is it about the cones that you don't like? Why do you prefer to roll one?
When I'm chilling and I'm just relaxing or something like that, or I'm in the studio, I would rather just roll mine up. It's like a vibe, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Rolling the weed up, it's a vibe to me. But
Whole
if I'm like on a run and we like, yo, we going to the club, and it's an hour left, and I'm grabbing a box of cones and stuffing as many as possible, and then I'm out. Right. That's like the quick fix for me.
So just something quick. When you on the Xbox, what you do? You just roll one? Or
Yeah. I just roll one.
So you playing, you beating on a nigga, you roll one, smoke. So you got that much time? You
I already rolled it before the game started.
Oh, all right.
He got pre-rolls.
I thought he was beating on somebody.
It's like the Wiz interview, bro. They come prepared, you know?
But see, I thought he was beating on somebody up 21, got a chance to stop, roll one.
Nah. I already got a roll, and then in the midst of the game, you know what I mean? There's halftime, there's timeouts, there's whatever. There's on Call of Duty, it's to change sides. You know what I'm saying? I'm smoking in between.
So you got your game plan. You know the stoppages. You know the proper times to break the weed down, put it in the cone, and roll. So you got everything down pat.
Right. How many times you got shot in the head trying to smoke a blunt on, or what is that? I don't even know. Backwood.
I can't smoke. I can't smoke.
You can't smoke it. You're gonna get shot in the head on Call of Duty. So
or NBA or Madden.
You gotta chill out for a minute and then
get
smoke
dunked on in 2K.
Yeah, it's like you can't do that.
So another question I have for you: you smoke and you smoked everywhere. I know you smoked all around the world. Where's your most memorable place you smoked in? What's the most memorable session you ever been in?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Because I know you done smoked.
Oh, nah. Yeah. When the first time Wiz already knew Snoop, but the first time I met Snoop and they was shooting Mac and Devin.
That's lit.
Yo, the Lakers was playing Dirk Nowitzki and the Mavericks, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's throwback.
That made me say I never want to watch a sports game with Snoop again. So he's so serious, bro. He'll if you like behind him or close to him, he might throw a punch at you or something like that. You know what I mean? And you rooting for the same team.
Yeah.
But he's
Is
just
he
like
more intense for the Lakers or the Steelers?
Ooh, that's crazy. Because I see them Steelers.
Because it seems like this first encounter with the Lakers
you
was
know
pretty
what?
crazy.
It's more for the Lakers because
from
I
LA.
watched the Steeler game with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's more for the social media with the Steelers.
I was gonna say.
But in person, he goes to the Laker game, so he's like
He's
on that shit.
Die hard Laker. Yeah.
So dude, so obviously he smokes still.
Blunts.
So when y'all smoke, y'all just respectfully smoke y'all roll y'all own shit, smoke y'all.
Yeah, Wiz always, that's the big homie. So Wiz always is rolling like a king size and already have his stuff or whatever for Snoop.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So
And Snoop would hit it a couple of times and then pass that around and tell whoever his man is, bring out that box of blunts.
Yeah,
So he stays stocked and ready to go.
Yeah, he's always ready, but he always hit the joint too. You know what I mean?
So finish telling me about the legendary session. I'm interested.
Oh yeah, we was what was I saying?
You said you met Snoop. You said Cam knew Snoop.
Yeah. That's what I said. We was watching the Lakers play, the Mavericks, and he was just like, "Motherfucking Kobe, man, pass the motherfucking ball. Don't make me come down there and put a motherfucking uniform on, cuz." You know what I'm saying? I could shoot the ball. Like he was just going off, and it was the first time I met him, and I, after saying what's up to him and then seeing him react like that, it was like a different person. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, "Yo, what's up?" I'm like, "I'm Chevy." He was like, "I heard of you, cuz." You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Wiz, man. That's my nephew. You know what I'm saying? So it was like to see him just switch when the game came on. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like we don't really want to be watching those sports with Snoop.
No,
but he's cool as fuck though.
All right. So I ain't even gonna ask the question because I know the favorite is KK for you, or am I wrong?
No, you right.
All right, man.
You right.
So
you right. KK.
So when you you walk into the dispensary, if KK ain't available, what's the next thing? Well, first, no, you don't gotta say that because KK is always available. But if somebody offer you, what's the worst thing? What's the least favorite? Like, get that out my face.
Blue Dream, AK-47.
Oh my God.
Don't ever come around me with that
Blue Nightmare.
Stupid nigga weed.
So
you smoke that shit, you are dumb.
Yeah, see,
period.
I hate Blue Dream.
It doesn't do anything. It's diet weed. Like
so that's we got sound effects.
Like,
is anything
trash.
diet weed? That's new. I never heard that before. Could you put
Even
that
some
on
of these,
record?
even some
Please?
of these purples, like, yo, I'm gonna come clean. I had that purple punch.
Damn, Daniel.
I'm gonna just say it. I'm
Daniel.
gonna just say it. That purple punch, it's not. No,
trash.
Trash.
That's what I'm
Why
saying.
would I want to cop purple punch when I could cop OG or
I like the original weed.
yeah.
I don't like this new shit. Like
It's just,
yo, I got
it's just a waste.
bubble yum strain. What the
Yeah.
fuck is that,
But
man?
let
Like,
me
There's
know.
some that's crazy. Like there's this dude Bicky that grows the grape jelly donut. I think I've talked about this before.
Yeah, you
but
said that was crazy.
That shit's 27% THC. It's all about the THC.
Right.
At the end
Purple
of the day,
punch is like 18% THC. Nobody wants to smoke that
you
shit.
ever smoked wedding cake before?
Never.
Yes.
But
It give you the wiggle legs.
I like wedding cake.
It's like
But wedding
Skittles.
cake has kind of that flavor. Exactly. Skittles
Skittles.
has a fruity flavor,
That's
but
A1.
it's powerful.
Powerful.
Yep. That's
But-
high school weed to me. Just the way the flavor is.
That's
Right.
all from the Bay. You
But
gotta shout out
please,
the Bay.
Let me know what the dad weed is. Thank you for the Bay. But please let me know what the dad weed because I never heard it before. That's some new
that
shit.
weed, man. It has less THC in it.
So that's
It's simple. It's
like
that soda. It's the
I
same way.
understand
You
now.
know what I mean?
So that's that light shit.
Yeah, it's like a chicken salad without the chicken. You know what I mean? Like, it's
What
just
you-
a salad. It's not. You know what I mean? It's nothing special.
That's so. What you smoking on today, man?
We're smoking OG Kush.
Oh yeah.
If I can't get KK, then I'm Kush. I just stick with the regular shit, man. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to
No,
listen to all these names and get nothing else or off of people like, yo, I got this, I got that. I don't really care, man.
And my last question for you: have you ever smoked a moon rock before?
Yes.
And do you prefer it? Is it overrated or underrated? Like, I mean underrated because they ain't saying like it's crazy enough, or is it
I mean,
overrated?
it depends. I don't suggest you having a show to do and go smoke 'em, like do moon rock before you go rap.
Right.
So that's up. It's up there with the wax and everything
Yeah,
like
hell
that.
yeah. It's wax infused and with weed, like
Right.
it's
So you
it's double trouble.
So you just stick to your flower.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm chilling, like I could do that. Not I can't move off of that. Like I can't, function and be like, who I want to be off of that type of stuff.
You gotta mix the Kush with the moon rock. That's like perfect. Little moon rock in there, little kush.
So
That
so
sounds
a
pretty
perfect
good.
little mix.
That sounds pretty good.
So you prefer to wake and bake, or do you are you a night smoker, or all of the above? You gotta smoke before you go to sleep. You gotta smoke when you wake up.
Nah, I don't
Smoke
gotta.
before
Yeah.
you smack somebody.
No, I don't gotta do all that. You know, I know people that love weed, of course, but you know, I like it. I get high when I want to. You know what I mean?
So you don't have no regiments.
Mm-mm.
Well, I respect that.
Just when I feel like it.
Right.
All I gotta do is make sure it's always there.
Right.
Hey, and if you do that, you winning. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. He said you gotta make sure it's always there. If you ain't take nothing from Kush Town today, you better take that tip and be Hussein Bolt and run with that shit. Because you better make sure you got it today.
That's right.
You got that music ready? Did you like this Kush Town, man?
I fucks with it, man. I'm high as fuck now.
As fuck.
Oh,
All
man.
right. Kush
That's the
Town.
goal, man. We
Kush
got
Town.
Q over here. What was you smoking, man?
You know, I'm not really.
Q
known
is
for
the man.
names.
He always just try to do shit lightly.
Always be
You know
quiet.
what I'm
Blue,
saying?
I got some blue cookies
I
right
just
now.
got
You
some
know,
Kush.
Blue Cook only got some blue
something from the
cookies.
bay. Something from the bay.
Oh, man. Them bridges is connected and it's high in the air. The bay is lit, man.
And he got on John Geiger's.
He's all the
No,
way up.
I tried to come with it today.
Man,
We got pad thai over there.
it's all good, man. We got Voodoo
What's that?
Brewery.
Voodoo Brewery. Shout out
What's
Voodoo
that?
Brewery.
What's the name of that Sloppy Joe thing?
Yeah.
Quinoa.
Yeah, I got a bucket.
Quinoa.
I got a bucket of it. He gave me a bucket of it.
Shout out to Chef Steve,
Yeah.
man.
I'm taking it
Because
to
I
the
come
crib.
in here.
You're a big chef. Did
Yeah.
you like that food?
Fucking right.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
even.
He took a
when he
secret
told me it wasn't
ingredient.
meat, I was
Yeah.
like, huh?
Yeah. All
What
right.
secret
All right.
ingredient did you
What?
take home? Because I know you got something. You took home some secret ingredient.
I had to hide it.
Oh, he don't want to let nobody
Niggas
know.
is smoking. They get hungry.
Oh, shit.
All right, it's the Burgh
Aw,
Boys Tuesday night chill
shit.
spot.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Check,
Man,
check.
DJ Motormane.
DJ Spillz.
And we are back, and we are sitting down
Hello.
with Mrs. Ashley.
Hey, what's up?
Comans.
Hello.
Let me skate through. Here, sit next to her. Go ahead.
Oh,
Comans,
what's
right?
There you go. Get cozy. Get cozy.
Comans.
Fantastic.
I'm
How
feeling
are
good. I'm feeling great.
you? Ashley, Mrs. Comans. Have to say the Mrs.
Yes.
Gotta be respectful.
Mr.
Okay.
Comans in the building. Shout out
Shout
to him.
out to the husband.
Straight to the league
Straight to the
tomorrow
league
night.
every Wednesday.
Tomorrow night. Straight to the
Starting at
league.
7
Shameless
p.m.
plug.
Yo,
on
no,
Blogger
seriously.
Radio.
I have to give Straight to the League like some dope credit. Not to take any moments away from Ashley, but their promos is crazy.
Yeah, promos is crazy.
Yo, the
Y'all see the
promos
Migos
is
joint?
crazy.
Crazy.
We were
The
like,
Off
Migos
the
joint this
chain.
week?
Straight
Crazy.
to the-
we were like No
Straight to
Limit
the League?
Soldiers. Like, yo,
That
that
joint
was
crazy.
crazy. Like y'all
Yeah.
That
y'all
joint's
went
crazy.
definitely went hard.
You guys are
The
doing
joint
a
with us
great
was
job for
ours
us
was
on
one of the
Die.
best too, though.
on Blog.
The
Blogger
Hot
Die is
Boys.
great for us,
I
and,
love
and,
that.
and it's a great outlet. Straight to the league.
But we have to give some credit to Ashley too. I know the secrets.
Yes.
I know the secrets that lies beneath. I know definitely.
And congratulations on being elected as the school board director.
Yeah, school
Yes.
board director.
That's
What
a
was
big
that
deal.
process like? Like, what did you have to? I know it was a lot of campaigning, right?
Yes, it was a lot of campaigning, a lot of door knocking, literally going down the street, door knocking, meet and greets, connecting with people, constant work every day, every single day working. And the point of it is to get more people involved because everybody knows nobody goes out to vote because they have whatever obstacle. And so as an elected official, it's your responsibility to take that extra step to get other people to understand why they don't have to be the politician, but at least know how to reach out and find somebody that is trying to fight for you.
Right, absolutely. And the fact that you're, with the scoreboard now, I know you as well. And I know that that's always been a thing of yours. You gave up your job, jumped out, and you actually did it. And I just think that speaks monumental to the notion of literally living your dreams and then
Yeah,
just jumping
she's a
out the window
go-getter.
sometime.
Was there ever any days that you were like, I don't want to get up and do this today, but
Check. All right.
Yeah.
Check. All right. No, I wanted to. Go ahead. Finish what you were going to say.
So, yeah, there definitely were days that weren't easy for a number of reasons, whether it was dealing with people, because people are human and have their own ways about them that you may not agree with, and so you've still got to push through. And then sometimes it was just something as simple as weather, or like you don't feel good. Like there's no, when you make a plan to go out and knock on doors, it doesn't matter if the snow comes. It doesn't matter if it's raining. It doesn't matter, because you have to get out, because the time before it's voting day doesn't change. So there are definitely days that you don't want to do things, but there's a bigger picture, and it's not about me and how I feel. The things that I believe in and want to fight for are much bigger than it's too cold. Like, put a coat on. You're blessed to be able to have the things that can make you warm when you go outside, and get to it.
Yeah, go vote, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean,
rain, sleet, or snow. Make it happen.
I wanted to ask you, now that it's the school board director of Wilkinsburg, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you plan on actually being? What's your main plan? What do you want to do to really benefit the community and the kids? You know what I mean? Because it's a fabulous community. I've DJ'd several events in Wilkinsburg. The people have always shown out. They've always come out and supported, rain and shine. Like it's just a great community, and it's just. I'm glad that you're a part of it, because someone like you needs to be involved.
Yeah, so my goal is to, one, encourage our generation, my peers, to pay attention to these not issues, because it shouldn't always be issues, but these decisions that need to be made for the greater good.
Right.
When we were growing up, things weren't perfect, but I went to school knowing, Terry's mom is on the school board. Katie, I'm in the band with her. Her mom is on the school board.
Right.
So we're going to school with kids whose parents are sitting on boards to make decisions for all of us to have great things, to be successful, and have things that enrich us as children.
So you're giving your kids a voice.
Yes.
Exactly.
And right now, with a neighborhood like Wilkinsburg, things are changing in Pittsburgh, and Wilkinsburg is also coming up from a very bad time. The 90s were hard for Wilkinsburg, and even before that, I'm not that old, so my recollection of a rough time is the 90s and the gangs and drugs and how that played a part in the community. But there are still a lot of business owners, longtime homeowners, people who truly love Wilkinsburg, and it has the potential to be a thriving community for anyone who comes there. I feel safe walking around the block at my community. Dante and I will walk our dog. It's dark outside, but we'll still walk our dog. We're not afraid.
Yeah.
So it's not.
I personally feel the same way. I'm not afraid to go through there. I enjoy going there. There's a lot of mom and pop shops that that's the type of stuff I support. Local businesses. I work at one. That's you keep it local. So it's great to see that someone like you is involved with the community like that, for sure.
Yes, and I think the more that we all get involved and make these kind of decisions, to actively know who's running your community, who's running your schools, who is making the decisions for the next generation. And you have to also think about, we have to get out of, it's not my kid. I don't have a kid yet, but I know that the decisions that are made now will affect the future children that I hope to have. So
absolutely.
I have to think bigger than me. For everybody, it's bigger than just you. It's a greater good type of role, especially school board, because school board is that entry level, that first step to politics, and really being able to make a decision that I will feel.
Right.
Do you have to make any decisions on actual education?
Yeah, I mean, the school board hires your superintendents, your teachers, your faculty, your staff. That's the responsibility of your school board. So if the grades aren't good, if the leadership isn't good, then there's someone to point to, and it's your school board. And all you need is to go downtown to the election office and get a petition every local election year and get at least 10 signatures and turn that in and then campaign. It is not a huge feat to like accomplish. You just have to want to fight. You can't be afraid to, you know, talk about what matters to you. You can't be afraid about, you know, what someone thinks. Like if you're fighting to help because there's right now there you see an issue, because everybody's got something to say, especially with social media. It's easy to make your point about whatever you're frustrated about, but how are you going to fix it?
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So the one question I do have, because you mentioned something about, just touched on it, it's politics. And I know you, and I know that some counterparts say that you can get on the soapbox at times. And there's nothing wrong with that because you're extremely passionate. And with that passion comes great responsibility, such as this position that you were given. I don't think that being on the soapbox is a bad thing. That means that you have something to say and that you have something to show other people who might not be aware of what's going on around them. And I think you do great at that, advocating for that. So with that being said, would you be interested in, like, potentially maybe further down the line, who knows, you're never too young to do something, but like running for mayor? I know you have a great friend who, you know, just got elected.
Yes, shout out to Marita.
Right, shout out to Marita. And so would you like to follow in those footsteps, possibly take it citywide, maybe possibly? Like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Maybe in the next, I'll give you even more of it.
10 years.
Because I know that it's going to 10 years, because I feel like you have a lot of impact that you feel like you're going to do within the school district.
Yeah, you could do a lot for your community right now. I think 10 years would be a realistic thing for you.
10 to 20, I can see 10 to 20 retiring out.
Right.
Or whenever you're ready to
She
retire.
might
After you,
be,
okay,
she
so
might
after
want to be
you,
young and still
right, she might be want to be young and still
yes, you know,
so the world at this point, the world is your oyster. So young or old, if you feel like your you know, purpose for the school board has kind of come to its course and you've done everything that you could possibly do, and there's other opportunities, would you be willing to go in it? Because politics is definitely cutthroat. It's definitely stressful. You know, it's definitely a little bit harsh. We see a lot of our black counterparts going up for councilmen and stuff like that with tattoos on it.
Yes.
You know who I'm referring to.
Yes.
So it's just like, we already have this image about us. So it's a little bit, you have to break down barriers with that.
Yes.
Is that
a lot of
that you're
barriers
willing to take on?
I am not closing or, you know, I'm not saying no to anything. I think that I have a very powerful gift in communicating.
Absolutely.
And I think that, like you said, I like to be on my soapbox. It's not necessarily because I want to tell people like what they're supposed to do, but I want to be a source of information. You know, I tell my own mom, because my mom, she's like, Ashley, I don't understand all this stuff. And she's every year when it's election time, she calls me and says, Ashley, I don't know what to do. Let me know who I should vote for. And I'll be like, all right, Mom, I'm gonna get all the information. I'll send it to her. I literally tell my mom like a slate, like who she's supposed to vote for. Yeah, because she knows she wants to vote. It's important. So that's my reason for being a soapbox. I want to share information that I think people should know, and the bigger that the platform may happen to go to, whether it's a, you know, larger position in office, or if it's, you know, just me talking about it. You know, I'm not sure which way it's going to take me, you know. But I would never say no, I don't want to do this, because I know that if that's the way that God leads me, then that's where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
Absolutely.
Great response.
Absolutely.
And no, being on your soapbox is not wrong. My mom used to say all the time. I'm like, well, listen, you're obviously not taking heed to what I'm saying. So I'm going to keep telling you until you actually understand it. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, especially if it's coming from a great place.
Yes.
And it's not like a judgy soapbox.
No judgment at all. I don't judge, because I don't want nobody to judge me, because I'm not perfect.
Absolutely.
So,
well, none of us are. Mrs. Comans, thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me. This was fun.
I really appreciate it.